Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Today we're going to cover loads of Overwatch news. We're going to cover the new Reinhardt skin. We're also going to cover the story behind these skins and what's probably going to happen for the Lunar New Year event. We're also going to discuss some super buff Korean gamers destroying an Overwatch Korea Contenders trophy because they're so strong, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, we're also going to look at some Symmetra bugs, which are, well, pretty game-breaking at the moment, although you can play around them. Let's get stuck into it.
And dropping very few maps. Highest win rate in Korean Overwatch history on the run to a finals, as they did to Uchiordia in the round of 8 on Lijiang Tower. For Runaway, this is such a historic moment.
All right, what the hell is going on there with that trophy? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think what's happened is that's a plastic replica of the actual trophy, if indeed there is an actual trophy. You'd imagine that there probably is. Now, I've got a pretty funny story about this. So I'm going to show you guys this picture here. This is me from halftime at the Overwatch League finals in New York. Now, I kid you not, we got called down into the practice rooms behind the stage to ask our players if they were capable of picking up the trophy. So we were like, what? Surely not. What the hell? So we went down there. The trophy, as you can see, is pretty big. Like this thing, I think it weighs about, I don't know, 18, 19 kilograms. So it's pretty heavy. I don't know what that is in pounds. Pretty heavy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, some bright spark decided to make the entire thing out of metal. Solid metal. This thing was not hollow. I mean, it would have been fine if it was hollow. No. It was solid metal. It was, like, ridiculous. Now, I don't know whether you guys have seen some of the Spitfire players. Prophet is not that big. He's a little lad. You know what I mean? You can't give him a massive weight like that and expect him to pick it up. So we actually had to get the players. I walked around. Like, this is such a stupid moment. I walked around I want to say the changing rooms, but it's like the practice room where they were just sort of, you know, chilling out in between the games. Because remember, it was a halftime point in the finals, so they were going to go forward and play the rest of the finals, but they were destroying Philly, and it was like a bit one-sided, a bit of an anticlimactic final, let's be honest. But I'm walking around the changing room, and I told you I'd say that, giving it to each of the players, like, and hoping they can pick it up. And I'm like, here you go. This is pretty heavy. Like, you know, I'll hold on to it. And they go, yeah, I've got it. And I'll take my hands off. And they're like, whoa. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell? But luckily, I think we managed to get Jack, who's the owner of Cloud9, who owns Spitfire, to actually pick the trophy up and give it to the players. So, and when the players picked it up, we made sure that they were picking it up sort of together, you know, because it was quite slippery as well. You know, if you've got sweaty hands from playing games, you don't want to drop this trophy because it would have probably destroyed the stage. But I thought this was pretty funny. So that was Runaway, anyway, winning the Overwatch Contenders Korea for the 3rd time, I believe, or it's at least the 2nd time on the bounce, which is like an amazing achievement. Considering Runaway, the team in the previous season of Contenders, was sold to Overwatch League. They now play in Overwatch League. They're now Toronto, basically, in Overwatch League. Actually, no, sorry, they're Vancouver. My mistake, they're Vancouver. So this is a completely new team. For them to come back and win in what is probably the best Contenders region for competition is a huge achievement for Runaway. So massive shout out to them. And also, awesome to see a LAN final as well, isn't it, for a Contenders. Hey, Blizz, give us some LAN finals, please. Okay, let's talk about the Reinhardt skin. So, the tweet that accompanies this, it says, respect your elders, share your wisdom on capture the flag traditions as Guan Yu, or Guan Yi, Reinhardt. Let's replay this bad boy again. There we go. Awesome. Overwatch Lunar New Year begins on the 24th of January. All right. Okay. These skins, my first reaction to these skins is like, holy beard. Like, there is so much beard going on right now. It is just phenomenally beautiful. If you're a fan of beards, which everybody seems to be, and I've got to be honest, you give somebody a beard, they just look better. I don't know what that is. It just works. It doesn't even matter who you are. Get a beard, you just look better. It's the truth. And who has the best beard? It's Reinhardt. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna give not Reinhardt. Sorry, it's Torbjorn. So what we're gonna do is give Torb beard to literally everybody. We're going to give it to Hanzo. We're going to give it to Reinhardt. That's what they've been doing, ladies and gentlemen. And that's basically all this event is about. Not really, though. This event, ladies and gentlemen, is now I'm not going to do this any disjustice with trying to explain what the Romance of the Three Kingdoms actually is. I've not read this. I honestly didn't even know about this until these skins started coming out. But this is a Chinese classic, and it's about 3 sort of warring factions fighting over, like, you know, to become the Emperor of China, I believe. I'm going to put links in the video description to this so you guys can check it out. But that's what the skins are based on. So far, we've seen the Reaper, we've seen Hanzo, and we've seen Reinhardt. I don't know why I forgot all their names. They've got 3 skins from 3 generals. That's what's going on here. So it's going to be super interesting to see what the other skins actually are, because these are like heavily entwined into Chinese culture, and obviously this is the Chinese event, and the cynics of you guys out there can be like, well, you know, obviously they're just trying to activate the Chinese market, right? Have a whole seasonal event based around China, give them loads of Chinese looking skins, so we know we're going to activate that market. It's going to be awesome. Personally, I think this is super cool. I like this. I really like the art design and the style of the stuff which goes into the Lunar New Year event. These skins, though, like the Hanzo skin really doesn't sit well with me. It looks really weird, and so does the Reinhardt one a little bit, because the beard is like, I don't know, it takes away from the character a little bit. Now, I know these are legendary skins, and they're supposed to, you know, take away from the character. They do look like the images of the Chinese generals as well. I mean, if you guys want to go out and Google image search them, you will see that they actually do kind of look like what's going on. The Reaper one by far looks the best. I mean, Lu Bo just looks crazy. He looks absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I think it's super cool. But I think for me, when I look back at these skins, they're not really skins that make me go like, oh my god, I need them in the game. Like, I absolutely need these skins. The Reaper skin, yeah, I'll admit, the Reaper skin is like, that's an instant pickup. The other 2 skins, though, they're kind of like, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments below. In a previous video, I did talk about the old, the one from last year, the McCree skin. I really don't like that skin. In fact, that skin is like literally at the bottom of my list of legendary skins that have come out with seasonal events, because we all know that the Zarya legendary skins from launch are the worst, with the exception of the snow, you know, the one with the big cat. Anyway, I'll move on. Let's talk about Capture the Flag, because it's quite obvious we're going to get another Capture the Flag map. What is this map going to be? It's probably going to be a Busan capture the map. That would be a great game mode. We have to capture the map. Capture the Flag, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably going to be Busan, because we see this in the skin teasers. It's the nighttime mode. That's probably a Capture the Flag map. So that's probably what we're going to get there. Also, we're going to get new skins teased. I mean, maybe we get a new skin teased today. Well, I say maybe. We definitely will. We'll get skins teased every day. I don't think we've actually seen skins teased on a Sunday before. This Reinhardt skin was teased on a Sunday, which made that a little bit different. At least I don't think we've had skins teased on a Sunday. Maybe you guys can correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. But we're going to get more of these skins, so it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens and what they look like. But anyway, yeah, Capture the Flag seems to be the main game mode, and we'll probably get a competitive Capture the Flag mini mode as well, which should be pretty interesting. Okay, let's talk about Symmetra bugs, because some of these are actually pretty bad. And there's another one which has been found. Now, this is from the Reddit user Leah87CRZZ. There is a link in the video description if you guys want to check out the post. However, let's take a look at this, because this is like... All right, so what you can, I mean, you can see it there. You can clearly see it. I'll let the clip run, and then I'll explain what's going on here, and I'll also explain how we can deal with this as well, because while this looks like horrifically bad, and also there is a problem on Dorado as well, which has been there for absolutely ages, where Symmetra can do some very funky stuff with her teleporter, getting into places where she shouldn't be. So let's just take a look at this, right? Okay, so you can see... in fact, it's actually a pretty good angle. So let's break out the old overanalyzed thingy. So there's Symmetra there. In the wall here, though, you can see the 3 turrets. And actually, this is in a really nice position, isn't it? Because you have to walk through this choke, don't you? So how are you going to be able to get through this without getting wrecked by the turrets that are clearly inside the wall? And the turrets can probably damage you out around here. It's not great, is it? Well, there is one way of getting around this. I think if we go forward a little bit. Okay, yeah, you can clearly see, I mean, you can see it much clearer there, right? In the wall. This is, like, terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Now, the way to get around this, there's 2 ways of doing this. Now, we already know that we've seen the Symmetra sort of there, right in front of us, right? So we know Symmetra's there. So you can't really circumnavigate the Symmetra and leave her trapped in the wall. Now, the reason why I say that is some of these exploits, the Symmetra will go into the wall as well. Now, the thing with that is Symmetra's stuck in the wall. She can't get out. So all you've got to do is move around the Symmetra. So crazily, the way to counter this is to use a Symmetra of your own to teleport past the choke and then just engage the enemy team in a 5v6, which you probably will win. Because we all know 5v6 generally results in a win for the team with 6 players. The other way of dealing with this is you use Hanzo. Now, Hanzo has the only ultimate in the game that will do damage through walls. So you can fire this through the wall. In fact, did you see that there? I think the Symmetra was in the wall there. It looked like Symmetra was in the wall. Yeah, look at that, right? See where that's coming from there? Watch this. So Symmetra's actually in the wall there now. Look at that. Watch it come through. Watch it, it's going to come through the wall. There, do you see it? I mean, this is like horrifically bad. For a start, this player needs like banning out of the game and getting rid of. Because anybody who uses exploits, you will get banned. Like if you know of an exploit in the game and you use it and you're reported, you will get banned for it. So it's literally not worth doing. Also, it's so easy to get around. Now, I notice this is a platinum game here, right? I don't know what the outcome of this game is. I don't know if this team win or not, but it's so easy to play around this. But at lower levels, it's going to be so frustrating because, oh my God, Symmetra's in the wall. How do we get past this choke? Because all we're literally doing is barrel rolling through the choke here and getting smacked over and over again by a Symmetra we can't kill. So the final way of dealing with this is you get a Hanzo. Hanzo charges his ult. You know, you just do whatever you can to charge your ult. That's fine. And then you literally just fire the dragon straight through the wall. That's the dragon, by the way. And there's Hanzo. I mean, Hanzo, he wouldn't be standing there, would he? That's so bad. But that's what you do. And you win, ladies and gentlemen, because they're dead. And then you push forward and you kill the rest of them. That's what you do. But I know it can be really super frustrating to deal with crazy bugs like that because, I mean, when you think about it, it's not ideal, is it? If there's bugs like that in the game, it's like whatever. But to give the devs a little bit of credit here, well, not a little bit. The devs deserve loads of credit. They built the game. But to give them the benefit of the doubt, you have to think that this is a game played by millions of players. There will be little things, little exploits that people will find that they're not going to be able to cover absolutely everything, right? It's the same with PTR, right? Actually, PTR, this is a good analogy. On PTR, you generally don't get very good feedback. It's because hardly anybody plays on PTR. And you guys know my feelings on PTR. I honestly think they should be looking at giving us rewards to play on it so people beyond YouTubers and whatever, people looking to make content, actually go on the PTR. Then we get good feedback. However, what's happening is players are abusing this and it's not good, right? It needs to be dealt with. And the reason why they're abusing it is because, I guess just to go back to my other point while I just sort of get muddled up in myself, what I was saying with the PTR analogy is a lot of people come onto like when a patch comes out, and it goes on to live, suddenly millions of people have got it. Suddenly things are found out within seconds because there's a higher number of users. Whereas on the PTR, there's hardly anybody. So when your game's out live, people will try and find exploits. There are exploits with like Sombra Translocator as well. Similar kind of thing. You know, I remember seeing Tracer in the payload on Gibraltar. That was another exploit. Slowly they will get fixed. The devs have to work out where the problem comes from, fix the map geometry or whatever's going on, or the way abilities interact with certain points. Because we know Symmetra's teleporter is a little bit of an iffy ability. You can put it down on sometimes you can put it on stairs and it will just completely destroy the teleporter. It doesn't even work. Sometimes you fire your turrets, they get stuck in bridges. There was a famous example on Dorado's second point, you know, the bridge that goes over the point, where you could put your turrets inside the arch of the bridge and they couldn't. It's like all of this stuff will get found out and hopefully it gets fixed, but it is frustrating. What I say to you guys though, number one, don't use these exploits if you see them. Number two, if somebody is exploiting it, then just report them. Number three, there is a guy called Josh Engen on Twitter. Now, he is I think he's one of the community managers for Overwatch. Now, he took over from another guy who left the company, who you could actually send reports to on Twitter. Now, I'm not saying flood this guy with reports, right? But if you've got video evidence of somebody hacking or somebody using an exploit, you can send it to that guy on Twitter and he probably will deal with it faster than you actually sending in a report. But you should still send reports in. And in fact, if your whole team can report, and even if people from the enemy team can report, I'm pretty sure that if a high number of reports come against one player in a single game, that triggers something at Blizzard and they probably take interest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been the Overwatcher. Let's call it the Overwatcher, where we take a look at all of the Overwatch kind of news going on around the community. We look at esports, we look at game updates, we just look at everything, right? It's awesome. All right, guys, I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. Follow me on Instagram, which is @Stylosa. And, well, especially if you like dogs, going to put a lot of pictures up there of my dogs. And I will catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.